Hello everybody, welcome back to more Resident Evil. Hang on, give me 1 second while I just sort my nonsense out. There we go. There we go, I can see everything now. Everything's all set up all nice, great, wonderful. Trying to make it so that the beginning of these videos aren't as, you know, long of like a minute of me sitting there going, ooh, just let me get all my YouTube and everything set up properly. And I'm getting the hang of it, slowly but surely. Gillian is back in the guest house, and quite frankly, I really want to sit down and just have a nap. I'm so tired right now because I've just eaten so much food. I had the biggest scoff ever in the history of all scoffs. Because, well, frankly, our husband and I fell asleep this afternoon and we had a good old nap. Because the evil tigress demon woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning wanting to go out of the house and scratching the carpet under our bedroom door. And so I was awake since 5 o'clock in the morning. And I frankly conked out. And my husband did too. And we woke up really, really late and we were like, yeah, I don't really want to cook. And my husband was the same, and so we just got a big takeaway scoff, and I filled my face with so much food, and it's made me kind of sleepy. But we'll persevere. I will use the... Ooh. What's going on?
It's not necessary to destroy stars. What about my family? If I play my cards right.
I completely forgot about that part. I was just ranting about how I was going to use my burger and chips and garlic mushroom bread to fuel my fire.
Jill.
Barry, I heard someone talking.
Oh, you heard. I think age is starting to take its toll. Talking to myself is becoming a bad habit.
Talking to yourself? You alright? What's gotten into you?
I'm getting you worried, aren't I? But don't, I'm alright. I guess this creepy mansion has gotten to my nerves. Anyway, I think I'll go outside, get some fresh air for a change. Don't worry, I'm just going to get some fresh air. If I'm lucky, I'll get to waste some monsters along the way.
Have to say, you're acting kind of irrationally and suspiciously, Barry. Plant 42 report 4 days of pants as the accident of the plant at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Although there are many unknown aspects of this plant, we know in comparison to the other group of plants, the T-virus has a substantially stronger effect on this one. T-virus has drastically morphed its host anatomy as well as its size. Looking at its current state, it's difficult to imagine its original appearance. Nowhere on Earth will you find anything like it. We've also found that Plant 42 has two main sources of acquiring necessary nutrients. The source is through its roots. Somehow it's rooted itself down in the basement. The aqua ring went boom and now it's got lots of water. And I'm paraphrasing because I've already read this before, and if you want to read it, then there it is on the screen. I'm not your bitch. Sorry, it's the garlic bread talking. So aggressive, Lucy. Let's head into the bathroom and see what we can find in here. Ooh. There is a residence key. I heard a door open. I did, I hear a God damn it! Zombies! Oh my god, Jill! Aim at the zombie! Jesus! Wept! Jill didn't eat her garlic bread. She left it on the plate. Silly girl. I mean, I know it's tasty to eat later on, but Come on, Jill. Get yourself together. Zombie ambushes. It's not what I need first thing in the evening. I don't know. Examine the key. Room 1. If you came here for witty banter, I'm afraid what you're going to get is the inane rumblings of a girl with a very full belly. Down. Down and down. Use the key for room 001. No further use. Throw it on the floor. That's how we like to do it. Ooh. Ooh, it's the room with the swingy corpse. I just realised that I didn't even use this gun with Chris. Linda, please forgive me. That stun gun, essentially, I believe takes Magnum rounds. And I think it is more powerful than the Magnum, but it only loads one bullet at a time. Fires 22 Magnum rounds. Yeah. A one has already been fired and there's one still in it. Maybe it takes 2. I don't know, I might have to give it a go. Use the Magnum bullets from downstairs to see what how it goes. Try and use it. I'm going to try and do things a little bit differently with Jill than I did with Chris, just to show other aspects of the game. Oh, is this... Oh no! Zombie fell down. Can I set this zombie on fire so it doesn't come back to life? Yeah, at least. Getting caught in the flames. Stop burning your bum. Don't burn your bum, Gillian. Full of dirty water. Use it to put the fire out on your bum. There's something inside. Ooh, control room key. Now I know there was that zombie, or that corpse, the dangling corpse that's fallen down, and he is now a zombie. Sorry, Linda. Your boyfriend is now a monster. I'm gonna leave him there because I have no real reason to engage with him, to be honest. I don't need anything else in this room. So head through here. I'm gonna head back to room 002. Go down to the aqua ring. Richard is already dead, so unfortunately he won't be waiting for us. Push this across here. It's this way. Head on down. And we are in the basement. And everybody knows that only good things happen in basements. So I'm expecting a lot. Put your back into it, Jill. Jill's so little you can't see her behind the box. It's just a random box moving on its own. There is no Jillian. Oh, there she is. It's haunted. Over we pop. Go ahead and grab this herb. I think I've made the same mistake as I made when I was with Chris. I've come down here with like a full inventory. It's kind of silly. Kind of a silly thing to do. Oh, we're gonna get a cutscene revealing to us the fact that yes, there are still sharkies in here, and they are not going to be satisfied by munching upon Richard flesh, so you know, Jill better watch out. Use the control room key, get inside to safety. And we are in. Here we go. Down the ladder. Let's check here and see what valve it's going to be. It's going to be number 1 this time. So you see, that is different from how it was with Chris. Controls for the main thing. Everything seems to be working in proper order. It fucking isn't. Error message. Something appears to have gone wrong. Switch to drain the water. Whoop.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
Now look, Neptune. I know that you're named after a sea god, but you're no god. You are just a little fish. And fishies require water. It would be a shame if someone drained that giant tank you're swimming around in.
30% of pressure threshold.
Oh no! What happened? Ugh. Stop it. Stop it right now. Ooh, these switches. Press 1. Number 1. Go and do this again.
50% of pressure threshold.
Oh, yeah. Release the... Come on, stop wasting time, Jillian.
Activate
Time is
emergency
of the
draining
essence.
system immediately.
Pull. Here we go. Secure the little room. Fantastic. And drain the water. Bye, fishies. The water has completely drained. You know what? I'm not going to take it. I'm going to save my things because I know that there's going to be bullets and stuff down here. I don't need to worry about having room to pick up the shotgun because we already have that. But there should be shotgun shells, magnum shells, and the key. So I need 3 slots. Oh, it's not shotgun rounds, it's grenade shells. Well, that is different. Hey, fishy. Sleep with the fishies. Silly fishy. I know it is claimed that Jill has family mob connections, but I don't think she quite wants to sleep with these fishies. And like greased lightning, the power that Jill's supplying is electrifying. That was terrible, I apologise to anyone who had the unfortunate luck to hear that. Once again, I blame the garlic bread. It's a little bit easier to navigate around the bottom bit here, thanks to Jill's bigger pockets. I want to... These Magnum rounds, I want to see if it is two. No, it is just one bullet in there. So you have to load that. Obviously, I think there's like 6 bullets in the Magnum. In the regular Magnum, but the self-defense gun is quite powerful, if I recall. Keep hold of it for now. It may well help. In fact, yes. I just remembered what happens when I get back to the mansion, in the fact that though I do have a shotgun and I also have grenades, it might be worth using that gun to pop a few caps in a few hunter backsides. Okay, so we have the control, this one, the gallery key. Yeah. Let's go and get the insecticide so that we can get rid of the bees in here. Jill doesn't have to worry about getting her little bum stung. Go for it, Jill. You've heard of Rent to Kill. She is Rent to Jill. I'm sorry, the puns are just going to keep on coming tonight. My brain is just ticking over in that kind of crazy punny way. And if they pop into my brain, well, I'm damn well going to share them with you. Because if I have to suffer through it, so does everybody else. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can trick this, if it's the same code as it was for Chris. It is. Lovely. I'm still going to have to go into the room with the spider in it, just simply because hang on, what have I got here going on? Because of the book that I need to get through that door. But Yeah, it saves me having to mess around with the puzzle. If you want to see the solution to the puzzle for the door, go and look in Chris's. I explained it there. I'm gonna headcanon that Jill just knew. She's super smart. Okay, up we go. Ooh, gonna come in here. Have I got space for it? No, I don't. So come in here, drop all the stuff off into the item box. Don't need that anymore. Just swap out this shotgun just to take care of the spider. I'm not going to bother taking the lighter because, as I said, I'm not going to waste time with the puzzle element of the in the spider room for the door, because the code just happened to be the same as the one for Chris. It's not always the same. As I said when I was playing with Chris, it's always a combination of the numbers 3, 6 and 5, and it can be any. Just kind of got lucky that time that it was the same one. And I will exploit the luck and take full advantage of it. Because I'm that kind of person, really. Lazy. Frugal. Smart. So, spiders up there are going to try and jump on Jill. But we'll... Ooh, I was going to say make quick business of it, and it didn't quite work out that way because I brought the original shotgun, not the assault shotgun. But the job did what it was supposed to do, and we used up these shells in here too, so waste not, want not, and all that. Ew! Stop pulsating, you big creepy bastard. Oh look, it would be 3, 6 and 5. How random. I don't think there's anything else up here other than this ugly thing. And a bottom. A bottom to rival a bottom of Gillian. It is not Gillian's bottom. It is a poor imitation. Pick up the book. Pick up this. Might as well. Spider's not going to jump on us. Saw what Jill did to its friend and it wants none of that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do this a little bit differently to how I did it with Chris. With Chris, I ran in, went gung-ho and shot the damn thing, frankly. What I'm going to do with Jill is I'm actually going to go into the little room and use make the V-jolt and put that on the roots to help us out. I want to see what's inside of this. Yeah, you can open it. There you go. A mix of green and blue herbs. How delightful. I don't know why I just took that. I meant to open this and put it back in, but Jill is feeling super now. She has had a green and a blue herb that she didn't need to eat. She's healthier than she's ever been before. Okay, so I'm going to switch out the shotgun for the grenades, and we're going to take this. I'm not certain how much Jill will have to fight the plant in this scenario, but it's worth taking a weapon that is, you know, with a nice can of fizz, really powerful against living things, as the legend Barry Burton said. Just in case I have to shoot a plant in its planty face. So the beauty of me doing Chris's run first is that Jill is super efficient. She knows what she's doing most of the time. When oh, there's a thing there. We're going to grab this book. Shelf is lined with books. Okay, I'm going to read this. Organic Chemistry Lab Experiment. The similarities in the cellular characteristics of the rapidly growing plant infected by the tyrant virus have been reported in previous papers. However, while repeating these experiments, a few new facts became clear. We learned that a chemical in the UMB family, UMB number 20, contains a compound that is toxic to the cells of the plant. We've given UMB 20 a new name, V-Jolt. Calculations prove correct. When V-Jolt is applied directly to the root of the plant, the entire plant should be dead within 5 seconds. The V-Jolt can be made by mixing the VP and UMB chemicals in a specific ratio. However, extra care must be taken when handling these chemicals. They've been known to generate toxic gases if mishandled. The characteristics of each one just shows the different colours that you need. It's just occurred to me that I might need the lighter for the roots, and I'm not sure whether I do or not, but before I run down there with the V-Jolt concoction that Jill is about to prepare, I will grab the lighter just in case, so I don't have to backtrack all of the way. Can't remember whether it does or not. So we have UMB number 3, which is red. We need a container to put it in, and we have an empty bottle and another empty bottle. We have 4 empty bottles to play with. We're doing the scientifical experiment. The equation that we need is here on the wall. Something is written on the wall, basically. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 1 plus 6 equals 7. 10 plus 7 equals 17. 17 plus 3 equals 20. So that's the steps that we need to take. Now we have to remember what order everything is in. Let me just refer to the file again, just to make sure I know what water is. We haven't got water written on there, because water has a number as well. Okay. So we have... what is red in here? A UMB number 3. I'm going to take some of that. And over here we have 6. I'm going to take some of that. Right, so coming back to the equation on the wall. 1 plus 3 is 4. I believe that water is 1. We need to fill the water bottle with water. And that is number 3. This is the water. If we combine them, yes, we do. We get 4. So water is 1. Then we have 4 plus 6 is 10. And the yellow is 6. I've already got some of them. So 4 plus 6 is 10. It's a nice orange colour. Next one. 1 plus 6 is 7. So we need to take some more. Oop. Take some more of the yellow 6. And add it to some water. To make sure we're combining the right things. So we make a 7. And I believe that we combine them straight together. Yes. Combine them together to make a 17. And then add another 3. That is your chemistry lesson with Jill Valentine. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very, very interesting and informative and educational. That is how we combine colours and numbers to make science. Seems as though I think I need to pick up the lighter. I'm going to go back and drop these glass bottles into the thingy because you can't discard them. It's really stupid. So you have to kind of throw them into your item box. Throw them into the item box, pick up the ladder, go and find the root. Get to the root of this problem. And then go and see how that affects plant 42. The eggheads reckoned that it took it out without having to fight it. We shall be the judge of that. Lighter. There we go. Sure, if in the remake version, if there is a scenario with Chris where you can get Rebecca to go and do the science experiment for you, because I don't believe that Chris can do it, but he might just be able to do it himself in this version. But in the original version, you had to get Rebecca to go and do the science bit for you, making it another part where you could be in control of Rebecca. Right, because the water's drained, I have to come back down this way. The cameraman loves Jill's bottom. In here. Gonna grab this now that I have the inventory space. Why not? And then head back up. So the room that we want with the plants is just along here. It's in the guard room. Didn't come in here at all with Chris. And you can see the lovely swirling tentacle roots of the plant. We'll put them on there. Oh, it all shriveled up. It didn't like that very much. So no, I didn't actually need the lighter. I think you did in the original version. I wasn't 100% sure. Or the... Ah, this is where the control system for the tank broke. Is there anything in here? Completely soaked, there's nothing special inside. So there's no extra goodies that you can actually get in this room. It's just where the plant was. We're gonna have a little explore of this area because I very rarely come here, and I'm not sure if there is anything else. If it is just... yeah. And this is where we came into the room. Yeah. This is where we came into the room and Richard was standing like, ah, Chris, watch out for the sharks. And Chris didn't watch out for the sharks. And then Richard got his bum eaten. Well, he didn't so much just get his bum eaten, but he got swallowed alive. And that, most people will tell you, is not healthy. You get swallowed alive by a shark, you tend to not live. Saying that though, it's not exactly biologically correct that you didn't find Richard's body, because sharks don't tend to swallow people whole. They tend to tear. I'm not saying that Resident Evil should have, you know, put in a scene where a shark tore Richard's flesh from his bones, but, you know, just being realistic. I'm not sure snakes do swallow things whole, so that's a little bit more realistic. Ah, oh, poor Richard. He was too good for this world. It's one thing I kind of wish the remake had gone into more. The original game didn't either. You basically looked inside the little game booklet that you used to get inside of games. I miss them. Little game manual. And it told you about all the different members of the stars, of the Alpha team and the Bravo team, and who they were and what their role was and what their specialities was. If you read the books, it goes into a little bit more detail of them and about their relationships. Sort of how Forrest and Chris had the little rivalry, and I think Kenneth was like an explosives guy or an infiltration guy, and I'm not quite sure what Richard was, but Richard was Bravo team, I believe. And Enrico is the captain of Bravo team, whereas Wesker is the captain of... I wanted to go into the other room. Can't just run away and act like the plant's been taken care of if I don't check, can I? So silly. Yeah. Too busy thinking about all the members of STARS that have come and gone. There's Kenneth and Forrest and Chris and Jill and Brad and Wesker. They were all the members of Alpha Team. And Bravo Team had Edward. He's the one that died on the train and came back to life as a zombie. And Rebecca and Richard and Enrico. And I can't think of any of this. There might have been more. Two herbs. Lovely. Just in case I have to fight. Okay, so we have to put this book back in the slot. And move around the bindings to reveal the naked lady lying in the sea. Bandage with blood. What a name. At least I think it says bandage and not bondage. Could be. It looks kind of kinky. Okay, so we're gonna head on inside, see what happens. I'm not entirely sure. It appears that it worked. Oh no! Oh, the scientists were wrong.
What the
Barry!
hell is this thing?
Barry, save us!
Jill!
And Barry came equipped with his flamethrower and finished the thing off once and for all.
I thought it was finished.
Saving Jill again.
That was close. Thanks again.
Don't mention it. But what was that? What the hell's going on in this place?
That is the understatement of the century. Yeah, so by taking out the root, you avoid a boss fight. At least with Jill. And we get the mansion key. Without having to fight a horrible
Barry.
spitty plant.
Something about that mansion still bothers me. But I think I'll stay here a little longer. We should split up again and investigate.
All right.
Okie dokie. So the mansion bothers Barry. So he's not going to go back there. He's going to hang out in the now safe guest room. Guest house. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I know English. I English good. I'm a writer, goddammit. He's such a hero.
Wesker.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say.
I apologize. It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
I understand. Anyway, it's good that you're safe.
Did you notice? Barry, he sounded a little flaky.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I'll keep a close eye.
Maybe it's quite natural under these circumstances. It's not really our standard operation. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
I agree.
There are still rooms in that mansion we can't get into because they're locked up. I've been looking for ways to...
Okay, if there's anything, I'll go back to the other mansion.
I'm counting on you.
And Wesker planting the seed of suspicion about Barry with Jill. And Jill is such a Wesker fangirl. I mean, you know, he's in a boy band, come on. So she's fangirling. And she's like totally handsome boy band Wesker. I will do exactly as you say. Right. I'm gonna pick up this first aid spray. I have no intentions of using first aid sprays if I don't have to. Because, you know, Umbrella make those stuff and you can't trust them. Big Pharma, blah, blah, blah. Conspiracies. So, I'm going to put this away. I'm going to get out the shotgun. I was going to attempt to try that on the hunters and see how well it does. And we'll see. Yeah. I'm going to try it out. Take these Magnum rounds as well. Because if it's effective, then it might save me a lot of trouble in the long run. try and mix things up a bit. Okay. Do a tiny little bit of saving. Let's get a little bit of a drink. Throw the ink ribbon in there. Combine these things. I'm gonna keep hold of that for now. Just simply because I know that there's an encounter coming up, and I do not wish to leave myself in a leave Jill in a predicament that she can't get out of. So be a little bit careful. She's got the extra pockets. Oh, Brad. Hello.
This is Jill.
Does anybody hear me?
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. Doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is Brad.
Brad? Brad!
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Jill to Brad. Can you hear me? Brad!
I think it's broken, Jill.
Brad! Shit. It's broken.
That's what I said. You know, without the expletive. I think there are doggies in this area now. There are. I think that's it. I think there's just 2 of them. There we go. But I could never be sure. It's better to be safe than sorry. Those doggies looks like they have all kinds of diseases. Yeah. Oh, I got poisoned that time. God damn it, and I didn't bring a blue herb with me. I wonder if there's... I think there's one inside of the door here. I told you every time Chris didn't get poisoned and Jill did. Because the game hates me. There is a blue herb right here. Let's go ahead and have that. Get rid of that nasty poison. So be careful with those snakes with Jill because they do poison her. Ooh, I forgot about all the goodies. Another battery pack. And some more grenades. Ooh, acid shells. Cans of fizz. Use this to protect yourself about that bulletproof thing. If chains, I went ahead and fixed that piece of crap door too. Barry, he has such a way with words. Going to leave that in there just for A, inventory space, and for B, game logic. Because if I take it out of the door and the door is locked, for some reason, this charming individual still manages to open the door. Because game logic. Oh, one hit with this gun. Now, Can you reload that? Oh, you can't. It's not those kind of but it said they're Magnum rounds. It is. It's just a one-shot thing. Oh, well, there we go. I blew the load of this gun right in a hunter's face. And now we can all move on with our lives. But that was a very enjoyable moment. And it will stay forever in my memory. So I think this is from Barry. Left some bullets in the room to the right. Feel free to use them if you manage to get yourself in trouble. Barry. Right. So you're back inside the mansion with the helmet key. There is a room up top with the armor key. So I can get the wind crest. I might as well go ahead and do that right now while we are here. Stick this with the rest of the fizz. Excuse me. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. Take that out. Swap this out for shotgun shells. Because we're going to be fighting hunters. And yes, I think that's all that I want for... Oh, the armor key, armor key, armor key, armor key. Here we go. Head on upstairs. Use the key. Yep. Jill can go ahead and just use the lockpick to get in here. There's a thing on the table which is essentially a suicide note to Alma. Yet another poor soul who has met their untimely fate in this poor situation. No. Take the B. Put the law on there. Put the B on there. Press the switch. But I mean, you did put it in the spot that said dragonfly, Jill, and it's clearly some kind of hornet, waspy, bee type monster. So, quite frankly, you deserved to have it buzz around your head. I'm just saying. She did so well with the science experiment, with the chemicals and the V-jolt. So well. So close. Let's grab these herbs. Have all the health. Let's see what's inside of this room. Got a few inventory slots, might as well pick a few things up. There is a medical box. There is a first ink ribbon. And I think there is a herb down here. Which is inside of here. Ugh, first aid spray. Didn't want that. A good old regular green herb. Let's kind of a nice bedroom. It looks all nice and cozy. Head on down. Put some more things away. Jill's main mission seems to be collect all of the things. Collect every possible thing you can possibly collect. And throw it into your inventory. Just thought. Got the lighter, but I haven't got the fuel. Is there fuel left in here? Oh, a little bit. Just in case I come across any zombies that don't have the good graces to lose their head when I shoot it with my boomstick. Okay, head into here. Use the helmet key on this door. Now in the original game, this is the room in which you actually have the second fight with the snake. But in this version of the game, it is slightly different. Let me unequip the gun for a minute. You do run a little bit quicker when you don't have a weapon equipped. And precious seconds count, so... to prevent Gillian from getting squished, becoming a Jill sandwich. Nobody wants her to become a Jill sandwich. I mean, she would be very, very tasty. But, that is not her main goal in life. Okay, we'll take that book. This is Trevor's diary about how he was all trapped and he used his last match and discovered that they had trapped him in an area with his own grave. Which is sick and twisted and sadistic in every possible measure of the word. What those evil bastards did to the Trevor family. Revolting. Oh, I forgot that there is a... there is a spider in here. Ooh! Back off! Be poisoned, Jill. Doesn't look like it. I got away with that one. These shotgun shells. A map that looks like it's been drawn by a child. Zombies? Hello, zombie. I can hear you. Come and see Jill's boomstick. It's very pretty. You'll like it. Look really closely into the barrel. Boom! Oh, shame you can't see anything anymore. You've got no eyes left. How about your friend? God damn it! Why didn't you have the good graces to die, you face of poo? A red and blue herb there, which would be nice, but to pick up, but I'm not sure if there is other things around here that I wish to collect more. So I'm just going to hold off on that for 1 second. Put the power up. Get that all sorted. Go this way. I think there's some handgun bullets here. Got a lot of handgun bullets. I think that red herb will actually be more beneficial. In fact, I'm not going to pick up the blue herb. I'm going to just pick up the red herb and the handgun bullets. And that will be my choice. That will be the choice that I make. Now, I didn't go in through the basement, so there is a very, very good chance that Jill is about to get a lovely zombie sneak up on her. How dare you shrug that off? So very rude. Yep, I'm not really concerned about the meat, Gillian. I'd like you to pick up that dagger, if you feel so inclined. And these bullets. Ah. Oh, no. So if you come in from that direction, you don't get the zombie that shambles down the stairs. That is interesting. That is interesting. Do still, however, get a hunter attempting to ambush me, taking 3 shotgun shells. Like a... Oh, I don't know. I've run out of insults for hunters. I've called them every name under the sun. Okay, back to a save room for more supply drops. Might as well throw that in there for now. Save that red herb for when I potentially find a lone green one. Upstairs. Feel like Gillian is being super efficient. She saw the time in which that it took Chris to escape from the mansion, and she says to herself, I can do better than that. 6.5 hours? Nah. I will beat you. Get that into position. Put this into position. Read this little memo here because I think that this memo is really interesting. Mail to the Chief of Security. Confidential. Attention, Chief of Security. July 22nd, 1998, 2:13. X day is drawing upon us. Execute the following procedures within 1 week. Prompt actions are demanded. 1. Lure stars to the estate and obtain BOW's raw combat data against stars. Collect 2 embryos of each mutated specimen as samples, excluding the tyrant. Dispose of the tyrant. Ensure complete disposal of the Arclay lab, including all personnel and test animals, disguising their deaths as an accident. When the above procedures are executed, report to headquarters for further instructions. If some reason you're unable to execute the procedure by the deadline, report immediately. In case of emergency situations, report to the extension number. Good luck, Umbrella. That is an interesting memo. I wonder who the chief of security could be. There we go. Lock this eagle into looking the wrong way for a moment. So grab the jewel. Okay. Push this back and grab the grenades too. And the yellow jewel. Right. Head back downstairs. Back through here. Yep. Oh, you little... How dare you! Oh, this is not a good situation to be in. How dare you! Oh! Oh! Oh, Gillian, look at you! Look at the state of you! And that is why I hate them. That is why I hate them. They're evil. They're evil, Jill. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There is the save room right here. You can go inside, get yourself a lovely red and green herb combo, and you'll be fine, and it'll be like it never happened. There we go. Red and green specifically. The worst thing is I knew that was going to happen as well, and because it kind of jumped through the window and then did like a pose, it kind of missed the first shot and then it just ran past her. It was very strange. So I didn't get the immediate sort of hit to stagger it, and then the other one came in and they comboed me. Oh well. Let's go and see Tiger burning bright. Right. Pop the yellow eye in. And collect the first Mo disc. This Mo disc is easy to miss if you're you don't necessarily know that it's there. The other two are in the lab in the area at the end of the game, but if you leave the mansion before you collect that, you don't know that the yellow gel goes in there or whatever, then yes, you can hamper yourself from getting the good ending. Right. So there's MO disc in here, and I'm running out of shotgun shells, so we're gonna put the shotgun shells away and grab the grenades instead to deal with yeah, I think I've dealt with that, so the stairs. Down this way. I will discover as I walk through this door whether or not what I thought was correct and I had actually dealt with the zombies in this room. It appears so. Which is good, I don't like surprises. Use the mansion key. Yay! Oh! Run, Jill! It ate Richard. It will eat you too. That one missed. There we go. 6 grenades. And yawn is sleeping with the books in the library. Rest in peace, Richard. Your death has been avenged. Right. Near the book. And head back out. Lily. I went to call her Lily. Lily is my cat. This is Gillian. Gillian is not afraid of snakes. She eats snakes for breakfast. She'd do very well in Metal Gear Solid. In fact, that's what Chris calls her, you know, in their private, personal moments. He calls her the boss. He says, "You are the boss, Jill." And she says, "Yes, I know." Okay, so we have all of that taken care of. Put this book away and swap out the grenade launcher for the handgun. Take a visit in the elevator to collect the battery, and then there is just one more room to visit before I leave the mansion again. We are getting through this nice and fast this evening. Handgun ammo. Handgun. Okay. best way to go through this? Go this way. Hope no more hunters jump out at me. I really hate hunters. I think out of all the creatures in Resident Evil, they're just the worst. I even hate them more than a creature we're going to see in Resident Evil 3 that's just disgusting. Really, really disgusting. And even more than the chimeras at the end of this game, who are really quite creepy and gross. Hunters are just awful. They're abominations upon the world. And this is why we fight. To rid the world of the hunter abominations. Zombies at least are cute in their, you know, reckless little zombie shambling ways. Hunters are just awful. I don't know whether shoving a defensive item into the zombie's head sort of weakens the head and makes them more susceptible to getting headshots, but I do appreciate it. It does make me very, very happy. It's very, very satisfying to make a zombie's head pop. Did I see another zombie shadow there? I'm not 100% convinced. Getting paranoid. More battery packs. Still got plenty of knives. I might switch over to the battery pack just to see it in action. Yeah, I thought I saw the shadows of zombie legs there, but it was not. There we are. Where do I want to go next? Back to the item box seems like a good idea. Right, more acid rounds, more magnum bullets, a lovely battery, some more herbs. It's all good. It's all very, very good. Right, head across the hallway. the mansion key. There's no further use for it. Discard it. Okay, there is a little diary there. All that diary says is that the painting in the little room where I shoved the dagger into the zombie's head right in the beginning of the game is where the secret room is, the secret closet. We will not be visiting. Ooh! 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 I didn't mean to do that. Get down. Oh my goodness. You are a robust fellow, aren't you? I was not talking about his waistline. That was quite impressive too. Just a random thing of blue herbs in here. Seems a very strange place for them, if you ask me. Can't really see the logic of them being there. Just have a quick drink. The fizz today is non-alcoholic cherry fizz, just in case you're wondering. I can hear a zombie, and I know that one came out of that door the last time I was in this corridor. It's just, there we are. Well, she seems to think that it's dead. Oh, I don't have the canteen with me. Oh well. Don't think I'll be coming back through here, but we will permit him to evolve into his greater form. Live out his last moments on this earth as a Crimson Head. It might make him happy. Okay, so I need to get the red jewel out of here. I need the crank. Where is the crank? I need the battery. Battery, gemstone, this, the crank, and the wind crest. Oh no, not the wind crest yet. Don't need the wind crest just yet. Let me think about monsters between now and... Well, I think the handgun should be sufficient. Combine this, put this in here, we get a little puzzle. Slot the pieces into the frame. I can't remember which is which. This one's next. There we go. And this one goes in the middle. This one fits at the top, which isn't going to fit in because I haven't matched the other pieces up correctly. They aren't fitting in completely perfect. Which this game does, and it annoys me. So that goes there. And then this last piece slots in. Yeah, it does slot in there. It's just because the middle piece is it's not the middle piece, it's the upper piece that it doesn't want to select right now. It's not in the best place. There we go. If you don't have them perfectly lined up, it can be a bit of a pain. Changed into the emblem key. Okay, so I'm gonna save the game because I haven't saved it for quite some time. I'm gonna move out of this area into the next little area. My intention was to finish the game tonight, but we'll see. See how time rattles on. Getting through it quite quickly, it shouldn't take too long. Following two areas are relatively short. Could be done quite quickly. Yay! Barry fixed the doorknob. He's very kind like that. Head back out this way. I was meant to go and check in this room for the with the emblem key door. Had in my head, leave the mansion. Leave the mansion, head to the next area. Just didn't grab what was in here first. Now when Chris came in here, he got a cutscene. Rebecca in trouble and he had to go and rescue Rebecca. Ooh, that lamp is bright. But Jill doesn't get such a cutscene. Barry is off doing unknown Barry things and she's perfectly free to claim the stone object, the shotgun shells and the battery pack without impediment. And now we can leave the mansion again. Oh, to you too. And we have to go around this way. Traverse the little paths of snakes one more time. If I get nibbled on, it's okay because there are blue herbs at the bottom of the elevator. Going back in this direction. There's always a specific snake that drops down and it's not normally that one there. It's usually on the corner here that gives Jill a nibble. It's really interesting actually. The difference in them is that Chris did get nibbled on and he didn't get poisoned, but Jill did. There we go. Neutralised the poison. And I'm going to pop the battery into this snug little cove. we can take this elevator back up to the courtyard. Which will enable Jill to use the crank and fill the pool back up so that the water isn't cascading over where we need to go. Okay, the sound of the waterfall seems to have stopped. Okay, head on back down. But we can go to the cavernous underground. Where Jill will need to have her wits about her, because when we were there as Chris's stalker turned up. And we already know that she views Jill as a love rival. Worthy of slapping. Gather my things. I know what vile creatures lurk in these depths. So I'm going to take the shotgun back out. Put this crank away. Store this. Yes, I'm quite happy with that. Head past that, but blue herb. Equip this. Ooh, acid shells. May have to start using the grenade launcher. Got loads and loads of rounds for it now. Some bullets. Some health. There is something inside of the elevator shaft, but I'm going to leave it there for this moment in time. Oh, I saw something shiny. Oh, more bullets. Awesome. Really going out of their way to give me handgun bullets.
Is that you, Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Stop! Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Oh!
Enrico!
Assassinated.
Traitor? Who?
Chase after them and find out. No, that would make the plot come out before it's ready to. Whoever did this was a professional. Wait, he's holding something. And he has the other crank. We head back and try and find out who it was. It ambushed by a hunter that completely dodged my second shot. Just shrugged it off like it meant nothing. That's why I hate hunters so much, is the threat that they pose. A lot of enemies you can consistently kind of judge when you can hit them and that sort of thing, but sometimes it takes 2, sometimes it takes 3, sometimes they just don't react at all to the shotgun. Like these ones are taking 3. The ones in the mansion only took 2. I just hate them. I don't feel like I even need to justify it at this point. I just don't like them. Just do not like them at all. They are creepy. They are ugly. They are smelly. And they generally get on my nerves. Right. I'm gonna switch this out for the grenade launcher, and I'm going to put all the acid rounds together. I'm going to take the flame rounds, put that in there. I'm going to take that health. And I am going to take the knife if I can find it. There we are. There we are. Shall I save the game here? Yeah, why not? I'm aware that I've been rather, not necessarily reckless, but I haven't been particularly... I've been frugal with the saves this time around. I've been feeling quite confident as Jill, so I haven't saved as often. But as we're getting towards the end of the game, there's no need for recklessness, really. It's always worth to make sure that I'm not getting in a situation where I lose progress. Because that is the definition of insanity, after all. Doing the same thing over and over again. And I'm crazy enough for all of us, thank you. Okay, as you can see, there is no flamethrower on here for Jill. Not only does Chris have less inventory space, he has more obstacles to sort of get around. Jill doesn't have to use the flamethrower to open and unlock the doors in the way that Chris did. We have a boulder. Jill is going to do her Indiana Jones impression. And receive some shotgun shells for her troubles. You know, game series that I would absolutely love for the, to be remade for the PS4 for this generation of consoles, but it's not going to happen now because, you know, the next generation of consoles is about on its way, and they made such a balls up of remastering what they did for the PS3. Silent Hill. I love that franchise, and frankly, I get up, Jill. Oh my goodness me. Big zombie, a big spider is dead. Little spider needs to hurry up and follow suit. Be nice if you got down off the ceiling. Can't even see where it is now. Get off the ceiling so I can see you and shoot you. I wonder if I leave and come back in, that spider will disappear because the baby spiders do. I can't quite reach it with the... She didn't auto-aim with the grenade launcher, so she's not picking it up. Yeah, it appears to have gone. Good. Get the knife out and chop these bits. Yeah, I love Silent Hill. It's a brilliant series. I would really, really love to play through that. All of the blue herbs. There was a very big spider in that room. It might have poisoned you. Here, have all of the blue herbs. Just in case you decided to not kill it and just run back and forth, we'll give you them all. Okay. So you need to put the crank into here. And we turn it once. Twice. Three times a lady. And Gillian loves you. There is some health here. And some little twirly-whirly puzzles inside of here. Hexagonal hole. Spin it around. Get this statue into place. And here we go, you have to push it back on so it spins one more time. Ooh, get the camera to work with me. There we go. Here we are. And we have the cylinder, which we require to get the elevator working. Now backtrack all of the way. Bound to be ambushed by at least one hunter on the way. Ooh. Kind of got a bit turned around then. But if it dares, I have a grenade with its name on it. Open this up. Oh, another first aid spray. Now, do I have any shotgun shells that I placed away? Doesn't look like it. There's so many items. Put this back. Back. What's coming up? At this point I don't really see Jill needing much else. Do I need the crank? Don't think so. I don't think I need it again. Go back through this way. If I do, there is an item box further along here that I can access. Yeah, I think I'd really like to get back into sort of survival horror as a whole, as a genre. Always used to love it, but aside from Resident Evil, not really. There wasn't very many modern franchises that I that I've really gotten into too much. I have The Evil Within, but I've tried to play it twice and I just haven't managed to stick with it. Well, you're supposed to turn the things and line up the numbers, but I can read from the bottom that it's 4231. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. I don't think it has to be lined up in order to make it work. So long as you push these in the right order. There we go. Okay. There's an elevator. Let's go.
Jill.
Oh,
Barry?
Barry.
God, you're safe.
Oh God.
You too, Jill. The noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't expect to find a place like this.
No. It's creepy.
Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
Indeed there is. Ooh.
What the hell is that sound? It could be a person. Jill, go check it out. We had enough surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
Okay, so Barry is sending Jill to do his dirty work. think it's because he knows how instantly Lisa Trevor falls in love with handsome STARS members. And, you know, Barry's getting on a bit, but he's still got that rugged, roguish charm. Frankly, it's not worth the risk. Okay. So we can climb up here and get some goodies. Get a battery pack. Some magnum rounds. And some handgun bullets. Lovely. And push this big box onto the elevator. Get that right on in there. Oh, the material is placed correctly on the elevator. Stop being silly. There we go. Sometimes it's awkward. Make sure you reposition it. And off it goes. So Jill head back this way. Ignore the stalker. She crazy. She's so cray-cray.
Barry!
What? What happened? Why did he leave? He abandoned Jill. How rude of him. These silly people called Barry can't be trusted, that tells you. And for the record, I'm saying that just in case my husband is watching. I don't think he is. But just in case he is. So he can go, I know you've been slagging me off again. How rude. Hello! I only just seen that you've commented. Haven't been looking at the chat. It's been very quiet tonight. Yes, still at it. Almost done with Gillian. I do not see if you. I don't know if you saw it, but I tagged you in something on the last Resident Evil 0 video. You asked me a question. You asked me what my favourite Resident Evil game was, and I did answer you, but it was when the mic was muted. My favourite Resident Evil game is Code Veronica. I like to pretend that it's Resident Evil 3, but the reality is that it's actually Code Veronica. Or, as I put in inverted commas, whichever Resident Evil game I happen to be playing at that moment in time. It's Code Veronica. I love them all though. Okay, some kind of mechanical hook will unlock if you put something special on it. Let's pop that broken flamethrower on there. Yeah. It was at the first sort of boss fight. The cat came in and said I muted the microphone because I didn't want her eating being over the microphone, and then I completely forgot to unmute it and was silent the whole time. And I was talking and answering your question. I did answer your question. It didn't occur to me until later on after I'd finished that you hadn't heard the answer to the question. So. Yeah. Right, so we have a jewellery box. If we examine it, inside there is a stone ring and a picture and some notes. Something written on the back. It appears to be a diary. Progenitor virus administrated Jessica, administrated type A, plasmolysing of tissue during cell activation, fusion negative, action, dispose. That was the 10th of November 1967. Jessica Trevor failed experiment and they killed her. Lisa was administered with type B. It was positive, but there was a delayed fusion, body modification, observed constant result, status, continued protective observation. George terminated November 30th. It's a journal. November 14th, 1967, I feel dizzy after they shot me. The shot they gave me, I don't see Mum. Where did they take her? She promised we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? November 15th, I found Mum. We ate together. It was very happy. But she was fake, not my real Mum. Same face, but different inside. I have to find Mum. I have to give face back to Mother. I got Mum's face back. Nobody can have Mum except me. I attach her face to me so she doesn't go away, because Mum's sad when I meet her without face. November 17th, 1907, from inside box, scent of mummy, maybe true Mother there. Stone box hard, it hurts. Steel rope in the way. Can't see Mother because 4 stones. Ramblings. Poor infected crazy lady. Oh, yeah, this way is where the herbs are. Pick up these herbs. Code Veronica is really good. Resident Evil 7 is really good. You'll love it playing it for the first time. It is very good. It has very old school Resident Evil feels. It's such a good game that even my husband played it, and he's not particularly a big Resident Evil fan, but he played through that and he really enjoyed it. Okay, so we are back in Lisa's cabin. Cabin in the woods. All creepy and shit. So let me throw this into here. Let me throw this into here. Let me grab that stone and metal object. I got rid of the zombie that was on the way on the path down here, but I need the wind crest. Yeah. Combine these things. Head on outside. Oh, Gillian, fond memories of having a nice snooze by the fire. A crazy psychopath luring over us. It is. It's very. They did a brilliant job with it. They really, really did. I was one of those people that was very much in two minds about it, because I'm not really into first-person games and first-person horror games. To me, it kind of... I was a little bit skeptical because I was like, I played the demo and I was kind of like off the back of the the PT thing and the Silent Hills being cancelled. I was kind of like, oh, they're jumping on that sort of hype train, and they're doing that. And I was like, this just doesn't feel very like Resident Evil to me. From the demo, it was fun, but I just didn't get those sort of feels. And then the game came out, and I got it at launch. I always get Resident Evil games at launch, no matter what they are. And I was absolutely blown away by it. It was amazing. Played through it probably 50 million times. That might be a slight exaggeration, but it was probably very close. And I got really addicted to the Ethan Must Die mode that you unlock when you beat it. I got really addicted. That it's very tough, and I think I only got through it and I only beat it like once. And loved it. Played it over and over and over and over. So yeah, I need to examine these and pop out the little slots in the back so that they fit into the indentations in the second grave. Yeah, they absolutely they did the right thing with it. They absolutely did, because they capitalized on the love that there was and the excitement and the hype that there was for that game. They capitalized it, made it feel right like Resident Evil, and created a brilliant game. So, and it did so well. There are people that don't like it, but it did so well that there's going to be a sequel to it. So Resident Evil 8 is going to be a direct sequel to 7. So Ethan and Mia are coming back, which will be interesting. I'm not really sure about Ethan as a character. He was very, very bland and very plain, so that you could sort of put your own sort of characters on him. But I liked Mia, and I liked the dynamic there. But I won't say too much, because obviously you're playing it for the first time. I don't want to spoil anything for you. So I got the Magnum, headed back into the mansion. Yeah. He is. But that's good, you know. I say some people like that in a horror game. Chris is going to feature in it as well, so there will be those ties to old school Resident Evil, and I'm kind of hoping that we might see a few other characters pop up. But we'll see what happens with it. We'll be getting the remake of Resident Evil 4 at the same time, so, you know, we'll be getting a improved upon Leon from the Resident Evil 2 remake, which will be cool. And you know, photorealistic Ada too. She's beautiful in the Resident Evil 2 remake. I love Ada. She is one of my favourite characters. She's right up there. Absolutely adore her. Okay, so we just head through this tiny little bit of the mansion for the last time, and we're going to say goodbye to it. And it will be goodbye this time, because we will not be coming back as another character. It's kind of sad. I've enjoyed coming back through the mansion. But alas, the story must continue. Ooh. Familiar rattle of chains and dulcet moan of a crazy lady. It's quite a long game. You've oh no, I don't want to take that. You've got a fair way to go. It's really, really good. I won't spoil anything for you. Trying to be as careful as possible talking about the future games, because I know that there is at least one other person watching these streams who may not be as aware of what happens in the future. So, but I could talk about Resident Evil for days. I could just go on and on and on about it. It's definitely my favourite game franchise. Okay, so I'm going to drop a save here just because of what's coming up and the chances of it going badly. There's something that I want to make sure happens this time. It went a little bit wrong when we were playing as Chris, but it didn't have repercussions, and it could potentially have repercussions this time, so I'm going to be very careful. Put this back in here and head down into the dark, into the gloom, into the passageway where once again the floor does not look stable. Very gory. Jack Baker's a great character. I'll give me a minute, I'll tell you a story about the first time that I played Resident Evil 7.
Jill, you're alive. I was worried because I thought you were...
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me.
Oh? Not now, Lisa. She angry because we stole Chris from her.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun.
Okay, so here you have a choice. You can give the gun back to Barry, or you cannot. You can refuse to give to him. Given that he's been a little bit suspicious and stuff, and he did leave us in the dark, you might be inclined to not give him his gun back. That's not a good plan. Give Barry his gun back. Trust him. Let him ride into your rescue. I'm gonna distract Lisa a little bit and actually shoot her as Jill. I want her to keep away from Barry as much as possible without, you know, knocking Jill off the area. Here we go. Because Barry can actually be killed in this area, this bit. And that means you don't get the good ending. Bye, crazy lady. Bye. He's there.
I don't believe that thing's really dead. Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
Okay.
And we're not going to talk about the whole, you know, you left me in the thing. We're just going to let it slide. And we're going to find a family picture and a letter. To my Lisa, day by day I can feel my consciousness drifting further away. The shots given to me by men in white clothes had some of Mummy's itching go away. Today they gave me another shot saying it was nutrition. When they gave me the shots, mummies can't think straight, but mummy's shocked and sad because mummy's unable to think of you all the time. Mummy's afraid of forgetting everything, especially the memories of you and Daddy, where your faces look like how we used to be together. They're all starting to disappear into somewhere dark in my mind. Oh, Lisa, I wish I could touch your face and hold you in my arms right now so that I can hold on to our wonderful memories of you and Daddy. Lisa, we can't stay here any longer. We have to escape. Listen to me, Lisa. Our chance to escape is the next time we go to the lab together. Pretend we're unconscious, and then the man in white clothes is off guard. It'll be our chance. We're on the outside. Let's go and look for Daddy. Okay, sweetheart? Be strong. Yeah, sadly, that never came to pass. Unfortunately, the sad story of the Trevors. Yeah. As I said in the Chris part of this, that's an edition of the remake that I really like. The inclusion of the Trevor story is really quite tragic. Yes, so Jack Baker. I don't feel too bad sharing this because you've already done this sort of part of it, but and I apologise for anyone if this is a tiny bit spoilery. It's not really, but early on in the game he's chasing you in the house, and yeah, and you have a few bits where you have to sort of dodge and escape him. There was a part in it, and this was the very first time that I played it. Let me just concentrate for 1 second and get these emblems out. And that one's the wolf. So it is the eagle one here. So why would it let me... Oh, because that's the wolf. There we go. Yeah, so it was the very first time that I played with it and the very first encounter with Jack Baker. And I didn't get away from him quick enough. And he chopped Ethan's foot off. Or like his leg, like his lower leg off. And then he stopped in front of me, like crouched down, put like a first aid spray or a herb like on the floor, and he was like, come on, crawl to me, boy, come and get it. And I was like, oh my god, like he got into my head. Like it really freaked me out. Like it's something that can happen. It doesn't always happen, but it's one of the actions and one of the behaviours that Jack Baker's got that he can do. And it's kind of like, you know, he incapacitates you and he didn't finish you off. Like he taunted me, and I was just like, oh my god, you're amazing. Great character, brilliant. Yeah. It was the first time through, and it was my first encounter with him, and that happened, and I was just like, I was blown away. And I watched when my husband decided to play the game, I watched him play it to see if it happened to him, and it didn't happen to him. So I told him about it, and he was like, whoa. And I was like, yes. So after that, like, Jack Baker felt like really just creepy, but he just had this presence. Yeah, amazing character, brilliant writing. Loved it, absolutely loved it. It's such a great game. Really, really is. Okay, so we have made it to the lab, the final area of the game. What am I on? Oh, 2.25 hours. It's going to be a long one again. But I am going to finish it. Going to take all of this stuff. Going to carry the Mo disc because I am Gillian. And Gillian has big pockets, so I can take the Mo disc. And I can take... I've probably scrolled past the lighter 75,000 times, but I can't see it. Where is it? Where is it in all this junk? It's the problem with having big pockets. You carry so much crap. There's a joke to be made there about women's handbags and stuff. And I feel like I could make that joke. When I was younger, I was totally one of these. I left the house with keys and my phone, and like that was it. I was never one of these girls that had like, I never even really had a handbag, to be honest. You know, carried a lot of stuff with me, and as I've gotten a little bit older, like I have a handbag. and it is so full of junk. Like every now and again I have to clear it out, and it is amazing the stuff that I find in there. I'm just like, how on earth did this stuff get in here? Like I don't even know it anymore. Don't understand it. I don't recognise the person that I have become with this cluttered handbag. I'm not quite sure if it's an age thing or a parent thing, or if it's something that changed when I got my son. I'm not sure, but yeah, I am now a woman with a cluttered handbag, and I hate myself for it. Okay, so where are we going? That door over there is locked for now. There is a modisc on here, and yes, I do call them modiscs. I think it's MO. Call them Mo. Do the little Mobot when I see them. Yeah. It's very graphic, yeah. I mean, they've always had the like the old school Resident Evil games always traditionally had that disclaimer at the beginning of them that were like, you know, showed scenes of extreme violence and gore. And I don't know whether it was just because of the time and the graphical limitations on things. Like it just never really felt that gory when it probably was. I should have got more. Oh, god damn it. I'll have to go up and get more gasoline and set them on fire. Yeah. It's just it's receipts. Like, shopping receipts. Like, so many receipts from things that I bought like 6 months ago. Sweet wrappers. I have to take I would say ibuprofen. It's like anti-inflammatories, because I have a condition with my jaw, and sometimes if the cold gets in it gets really, really sore and tight, so I have to take anti-inflammatories quite often. And it's usually like half filled like packs of ibuprofen in there too. It's really it's bizarre. It's some of the things you can understand, but some of the things it's just like, what is even this? Where did this come from? Yeah. I'm gonna set you on fire too, because I don't know if you'll catch from the other guy. You might. It's imperative that those guys get flamed. I've totally skipped a room here, and I'm gonna go and put the code into the password into the computer before I show you how to actually get the password in the computer. It's the same, it never changes. It's Cell. The login is John, and the password is Ada. And the secondary password is Cell. It's always Cell. It never changes. This is where it'll be like access denied. The one time that it's something different, just to make me look a fool. There we go. Unlock all those doors. There are defensive items in here. Don't want them. There's a memo here. V-Act. Oh yeah, it's basically talking about the Crimson Heads, that one, and how the Crimson Heads came to be formed, and that they were actually so disturbed about how they created the Crimson Heads and how the T-Virus mutated that they became Crimson Heads, that the very first Crimson Head they created was so aggressive that they locked him in a coffin and put him in the cemetery, in the mansion, and that's the dude that you fight in the cemetery. Yeah, I sometimes hang on. Yeah, I sometimes have to combine green and red herbs if the pain is particularly bad. But on a daily basis, ibuprofen is normally more than sufficient. I need to go and access the downstairs save room and sort out my inventory. Wouldn't be surprised if I find a green or red herb in my handbag, to be honest. I would totally just go, okay, yeah, well, this seems normal. It's still locked. Oh, yes. I need to go and get the power key from upstairs. Come on, camera. I know my way around the lab, totally. Yeah, I think that's it's a very classic. It's from the original, and it's a very classic password and thingy combo. From there, it literally has not changed. And the first reference to Ada in the game too. Can't remember if she actually references John in the remake. I know that in the original version of Resident Evil 2, she references John. She talks about John. I think she does, but I can't be 100% certain. We'll find out soon enough. I'm actually running out of handgun bullets, which is a surprise. I had about 50 million of them. Ah, there we go. I didn't think I'd use them all because I had so many. There we go. Right. We have... Just need to dart back downstairs into that little room because there is something that I need to collect in there. Gather up all the supplies that I can. Again, I've done very well with supplies and health. Probably should have played on hard, to be honest, because normal is quite easy for me at this point. I don't particularly struggle with it anymore. That came in really lucky. Don't have to waste my thing on him. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of one of these modiscs. Ooh, unlocking things. Get this filter. Grab these and head back upstairs. Ooh, back upstairs. Oh, you'll have to wait and see. Spoilers. access into here. We get a nice red filter on it. We have the Cerberus, which is the zombie doggos. The Neptune, which is the zombie sharkies. The Hunters, which are the fucking hunters. And the Tyrant, who is the Tyrant. And the research group development staff, the R&D staff. Charming individuals. Nothing of note to look at there. And 8462. Come on over here and get this power key. And I remembered some sort of image editing equipment. You can look at Kenneth's film.
What? Get away from me! No! Hey! No!
Nice graphical snuff movie for you there. Poor Kenneth. Forever destined to be zombie food. This is not the right room. I get really confused in this little corridor about which room's which. This is not the room that I wanted to go into. It's like it's a really simple corridor. It's a square. It's a square with a few doors off it, and I always inevitably end up going into the wrong rooms. I'm just gonna use this key. Yeah, why not? Go in there in just a moment, but I want to get a better weapon before we start exploring this area of the lab. Lovely. Right, okay, so there is... Go to the item box. Get rid of the gun. How many shotgun shells do I have? That is not going to be nearly enough. 12, 13. Yeah, that's not going to be enough, I don't think. So I'm going to get the grenade launcher. And we'll go ahead and take... I'm going to go ahead and take all of the... grenades in all their wonderful varieties. So many magnum bullets to get through this part. Don't need these anymore. Might as well drop a save. Drop a save, not just pick up an ink ribbon. There we go. Use the ink ribbon. There we go. 8, 5. Where is the logic of the numbers that I have used here? I've missed something out somewhere. I normally have 3 saves and I alternate them, and something went a little bit wrong there. Oh well. got through Chris's scenario without any deaths. I wonder if it's gonna happen with Jill too. Technically it should. If I die, it will be through my own neglect and stupidity. I have all of the weapons and health at my disposal. There is no reason, logical reason I should fail. Don't bring logic into this. And come into here. You can hear the slithery, horrible noises of the lab's worst creatures. Here they are. Oh no, it's just one. Just the one grenade to take them out. Lovely. Thought it would probably be two, to be honest. And usually quite tough. There we go. Another lockdown. Push this out of the way and we can get out of here. Chimeras. Awful little creatures. Still don't quite hate them as much as I hate hunters, though they are creepy. They do freak me out a little bit. And I don't like them. I don't particularly like that in this version of the game I am forced to fight them. Because otherwise they just get in the way. Create problems. Where are you? I can hear you. I cannot see you. There you are. Where's your friend? Where's your friend? I know you've got a friend. I know your friend's gonna pop out of the hole the moment I turn my back. Kind of got myself turned around a little bit there. I couldn't remember what was the exit and what was... There you go. Yeah. Oh, grenades are really effective against the chimeras. I was most surprised. Thought I might have to shift out the flame or acid rounds to deal with them, but this is working really well. And the final Modis greeter is here. Wonderful. No. Okay, through here is the switch for the elevator, but we're not going to go through there just yet. Just enjoy watching chimeras die. Right, now, most importantly, it is vital to ensure that this first room is clear. Oh dear, what about hunters? I hate hunters. Hunters are awful. If you're going to make them even more awful, then I need to know all about their awfulness. Warning, fuel may explode if broken or jarred. This one is currently empty. We're going to take that. Chimeras, evil chimeras. Well, we have unlocked all of the Mo disc locks, and we can go and see what happened. Just a moment. I sincerely hope that all the chimeras in that room are dead. Otherwise, things are about to get rather messy. Let's go have a look, shall we? Oh, I have to pull down the levers one by one. It's not enough to unlock them. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. There we go. Open. Yes, indeedy.
Jill?
Chris, you're alive.
Of course I'm
Look at
alive.
him.
Jill, there's something big going down, and I don't think we're part of the equation.
I have to get you out of here. Ugh, it won't open. Wait, I'll be back to get you out.
Okay. No sightseeing, though.
No promises. Yes, the Christopher. The Christopher is, in fact, in this version of the game. He didn't just get lost in the woods amongst the zombie dogs early on. He somehow ended up in the cell. How that happened, nobody knows. Nobody can tell. I wouldn't like to speculate. Okay. Okay. I could have gone my whole life without knowing that, I think. So I can call... So I should be... I mean, technically, you know, women can be bastards. Technically, a bastard is the child of an illegitimate child that was not produced through marriage. But maybe I should be calling them bitches then, rather than bastards. But then they're not dogs. Just keep calling them hunter bastards. I hate them. Hate them. Hate them. Whatever genitals they feel like displaying or not displaying. Jesus Christ. They're just so awful. Just so awful. So many fun facts. So many disturbing things. But then again, that doesn't surprise me because there was a lot of vagina-esque imagery in the earlier games. There is particularly noticeable some plants in Resident Evil 2 in the lab area of that game that are just vaginas. They're just very obviously vaginas. And we have to walk with this fuel thing so that it doesn't make Jillian go boom. And I quite like the differences. Like, Chris strutted and Jill sort of tiptoes. She's quite elegant in the way that she tiptoes. It's quite nice. I like it. Chris just struts. He just... full of swag. Now, I'm going to have to be very careful here because I think I cleared out all the chimeras. If I didn't, if I hear the noise, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna cry. Jill's gonna go boom. My whole life's gonna end. Nope, we made it. Good. Oh dear. I don't think I want to look at hunter vaginas, thank you. I will, I'll take your word for that one, and I will not inquire further. are you, you pieces of crap? And I've run out of regular grenades. Grenades? What's a grenade? So you're gonna get acid. Oh, acid is not as powerful on them as normal grenades. That is interesting. That is very interesting, and this has been a biological experiment with Jill Valentine on the benefits of acid grenades versus regular grenades against chimeras. Actual regular grenades are more effective. Who knew? Who knew? Totally was not expecting that. Yeah, there was a lot of very suspicious imagery in the early Resident Evil game. I say that though, but in the that it's just confined. It's not confined to just the early Resident Evil games, because in Resident Evil 3 remake there is a scene with creatures that they have made even more awful than they were before, and a scene which I swear they put in just simply to pander to the how do I put this? More disturbing aspects of the kinky Resident Evil fandom. I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm referring to tentacle-esque porn. Yeah. There is something that happens in that game that I'm just like, you just threw that in for the kinky, horny, weird bastards, didn't you? You did. You did. And I don't like it. I don't approve. But yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to find my magnum. I'm going to go and shoot a big monster right in its face and forget all about the disturbing parts of Resident Evil. Because Resident Evil is sweet and it is love. And there is nothing disturbing about any of it. It's all beautiful. I'm going to take some health. I really don't think I'm going to need it, but I'm going to take it anyway. Just to be on the safe side. Can't believe we are right up here at the end now. It's yeah. Ooh, no, not that one. That one. Don't want to mess with my cleared data slots. Oh, it's been really, really nice playing through this game again. I've enjoyed it a lot more than... I got quite stressed playing Zero at times because I don't know that game that well and it is tough, and I died and I hate dying. It makes me feel like a failure. Makes me want to cry. So, let's go down in the elevator. I love this game so much.
Jill.
Barry.
I could have at least waited up for you, you know?
Let's go.
You mean like you waited up for me down in the caves? Hmm? There's some shotgun shells. I'm not going to pick them up. I picked them up with Chris, and quite frankly, I didn't need them, so it's kind of a waste. Just a waste.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and two lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much, dear. You'll be free of all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl. But I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry?
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family, you bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell. It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
Barry!
Oh, hero.
Forgive me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Even if it meant my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit!
So Barry took down Wesker in this version. This didn't stop the tyrant from getting loose.
Damn it!
Jill and Barry together. In hell.
You want a piece of me?
Oh no.
What? Premature.
The monsters always turn on the creators, don't you know?
Cultured freak.
I don't think it liked you insulting it, Jill. There we go. Doesn't take many bullets in this first go. I can see its butt crack.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Jill, sorry. That was careless of me. Wesker.
He's gone.
Oh, he's
First,
gone.
Let's just get out of here.
So yeah, Wesker ran away. Come over this side and lock the door. Oh my, Tyron, what big feet you have. I don't know, they let the hunters keep vaginas but took the dicks away from the tyrants. It's very rude. It's feminism gone crazy.
Wesker must have set it off. Let's hurry.
I'm never going to be able to forget that now, no. It's gone. It's in there. Personnel must deactivate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. I said all personnel must deactivate then, like they're robots. It's Westworld. Deactivate, please. Cease all motor functions. Okay, so we need to head on through. Collect our partner in zombie killing crime solving. Not that he's been much of a partner in this game, he's just been sitting on his butt the whole time while Jill did all the hard work. Okay, let's get Chris. The lock is now released.
Jill.
Sorry about the wait.
No.
So everything's taken care of?
Well, almost. Now let's get the hell out of here.
No, they held hands. They're cute. Right, as I said in the Chris one, not everybody knows this, but you can go back into the prison cell, and there are some bullets there. I think they're going to be grenades. Oh no, they're shotgun shells in this one as well. I'm not going to bother taking them because I am using the Magnum now for the rest of the game. Let me check. Oh yeah, more than enough bullets. Come along, Christopher. I think it is.
Come on, let's go.
Don't take my word on it though, I think it is. I'll have to go back and have a look. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. As end of the game, self-destruction voices go. This one's really nice. It's all lilting. It's like a lullaby. I like it. Deactivating and releasing all locks. Right. I need to leave one space. I'm going to take all of the damn health. And save the game. I don't imagine that I will need this health, but it is better to be safe than sorry. And Jill can take a fair bit of damage. There's so much health. I'm gonna actually switch the defense items around as well, just in case I get grabbed. Because I haven't shown off the stun gun.
Come on, hurry!
Yeah. Yeah, it's just to make sure that you have enough inventory space to do the little things that it's making you do.
Contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
Oh no, it's the last chance. Better hurry up. Come on, boys. I like the contrast of this in Chris's version. He rescues the two girls and Jill rescues the two boys. It's a nice contrast. Right, pop that back in. I have so much health, it's obscene.
Damn it! We're almost there! Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill, ladies first.
Chris!
Would you let me have my moments too?
All right. We'll rendezvous at the heliport.
He's been sitting on his bum the whole time. He wants some action. Not like that. I swear this will be the last game we play in the Resident Evil series where I have so much health and ammo. When the next two games is gonna be tough. Particularly the next one. I've only played it once. But we will get to that in a momentarily. Okay, so we have to set off the signal flare.
Jill!
Here are the boys.
You made it.
And one peed off Tyrant because I commented upon his butt crack and the size of his shoes. Or his feet. Or more likely I remarked upon the fact that he does not have a penis. And he did not like that. Oh! So one hit really does that much damage with Jill. Oh my god, I got so close without dying. This is what happens when you brag about having all of the health items. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. I swear the look on my face then, I'll have to look back at that because, oh my. I was genuinely stunned. Right, so if I get hit, heal. Because Jill can only take one hit. Okay. Wow. I mean, I knew she was a squishy baby, but I didn't realise that it was quite that bad. Wowzers. Let's just pretend that that never happened, huh? That's precisely why I save it.
Come on, hurry!
Come on, come on. Just getting all cocky and stuff. I saw that she was injured and I thought to myself, oh, I should have healed. And then he darted at me again and I just didn't get the chance. God. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Yeah. Forget that Jill is quite squishy compared to Chris. Excuse me, Barry. Don't mind me going down on my knees in front of you. I'm retrieving the battery.
Detonation.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and skip that. We've seen that already. Oh, it's boring if things go to plan. Oh, I got cocky. I got cocky and Resident Evil went, what did you say, bitch? Talk about my dick. Pfft, lack of dick. I'm sorry, Tyrant. I'm sure you had a very, very big penis before Wesker took it away from you. It did. I was getting far too cocky.
You made it.
Right, let's be careful here. Don't let Barry get too much damage. Okay, they are big hits. Right, yeah, immediately, yeah, straight into danger. There we go.
Jill, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
And I bet it's not gonna let me, it's not gonna let me have the first shot either. Just to be awkward. Ooh. Oh, look at poor Christopher lying on the floor. That one was a caution. Die, you dickless bastard. There we go. Yes! Knock me down, fool me once. Won't happen again. Well, you'll have to watch it back, my face, when that happened. I saw myself in the camera go, oh! Mansion goes boom. Bye bye, that one zombie I left alive to go turn into a crimson head. And Jill is so sleepy. It's been a long journey. But she saved Mr. Burton. And once again, the helicopter flies off into the sunset. And Resident Evil comes to an end. Ah, love it. Love it. Love it. This game is just... it's so good. I've really enjoyed playing through it again as Chris and as Jill. It is a lot of fun. Yeah, so I'm going to take the opportunity now to talk to you about what comes next. So, I chose to do this in the order that I did it, because I wanted to do Jill second for a reason. Now, when I say what comes next, logically you're thinking, well, what do you mean what comes next, Lucy? Resident Evil 2 comes next, surely. I mean, that's logical. 2 comes after 1 and Resident Evil 2 comes next. And you'd be right, there is logic in that. But however, I did Resident Evil 0 first because canonically in the timeline Resident Evil 0 would come first. If I was going to do it in the order that the games came out, Resident Evil would be like in the middle of the series somewhere. Canonically in the timeline, Resident Evil 2 doesn't come next. Resident Evil 3 does. In fact, like 2/3 of the Resident Evil 3 game comes first, and then the events of Resident Evil 2 happen sort of 2/3 of the way into that, and then Resident Evil 3 concludes. It's going to be a little bit disjointed because there's two scenarios in Resident Evil 2, and I do want to play them both. But in terms of sort of the timeline and what will make sense in showing the Resident Evil story, which is what I'm trying to do with this series, Resident Evil 3 comes next. So we'll be carrying on with Jill, and I will be playing the Resident Evil 3 remake next. And full disclosure, I've only played it once.
Jill, you did a fine job.
Did a fine job, Jill, and she did it in like an hour and a half less than Chris. But Chris didn't die, so, you know, bitter about that. I'm never going to let it go. Yeah, so I'm going to play the Resident Evil 3 remake next, up to a certain point in the game, and then I'm going to come away from it. I'm going to play Resident Evil 2, and then we're going to go back to Resident Evil 3. I made a decision to do it like that. It's gonna be, it might feel a little bit disjointed, but I think that the way that the games are, because they're both the remakes, it should flow together really well, even though there's going to be sort of the two scenarios in the middle, and to see how well they actually sort of slotted them together. I personally think that the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes should have all been one game, personally. And Resident Evil 3 is quite short, so we'll be carrying on with Jill next. The question that I want to ask is, I have 3 costumes for Jill in Resident Evil 3. I have the default costume that they gave her for the remake, which is cool. It's fine, it's great. I have, it doesn't change, they don't change her appearance, it's just an outfit. I have the sort of original Resident Evil 3 costume with like the boob tube and the top, though they're shorts, in that one. Or I have her STARS outfit. I'm leaning towards her wearing a STARS outfit personally, but I'm open to whichever costume you think. It'll either be that one or the original Resident Evil one, the Resident Evil 3 one, which I'm going to put her in. But yeah, we'll be carrying on with Jill. Jill's story is going to carry on next with the Resident Evil 3 remake, and I'm looking forward to it. I've only played through it once. I got through it and it was okay. I messed up in terms of inventory and supplies at times, and Nemesis is quite scary, but yes. So the STARS outfit sounds fun. Yeah, that's the one I'm leaning to be honest, because you know it ties in, and it's her STARS outfit, and yeah, it's Jill, you know. So yeah, I probably will do that, and it's going to be, in the interest of full disclosure, and I'm not going to give you the choice either way, it's going to be the new Carlos, not the old Carlos, because I do have the skin for sort of the older Carlos, but I don't like it. I like the new Carlos a lot. So it'll probably be Jill in the STARS outfit. And yeah, I got it at launch, because I get most Resident Evil games at launch, and I played it the day that I got it. I sat through it, I played it in one go, and I loved it, but things happened and I didn't get back to it, and it was at that point where I sort of decided, well, I've got all of the games now and I want to do a full playthrough of it, and I decided that I was going to do this. So I've only played through it the whole once, so it's still relatively new to me, so it is going to be interesting and exciting. So yeah, this was Resident Evil Remake. We've got through it with Jill, and I'm going to be back probably tomorrow, but you know, as I've said in the previous video, we'll have to play it by ear in terms of what happens and stuff, but I should be around most evenings, usually around the same time. So yeah, thank you and good night, and I'm gonna go and scrub the inside of my head to try and stop thinking about hunter vaginas and tyrant penises. I try to keep these streams nice, I really do. That's why I can't have nice things. That's fine. I call hunters bastards and all sorts, so I don't care. It is not suitable for work over here. Okie dokie. So I will see you in the next video. Mwah! Take care.